In the last videos, we completed geographical features and sources of Indian history. Now we are going to start prehistoric age. Prehistoric age, that is from 5 lakhs BC to 2500 BC in the world context. This is in world context. But coming to the point of the Indian context, that was in 2 lakhs BC to 2500 BC. Okay, why it is called as prehistoric age? Because during this age, no script was evaluated. No script is existed. The complete information of the prehistoric age, we are going to depend upon the archaeological sources. Archaeological sources, that is material evidences, artifacts, so paintings, so all these things. But no script was existed. The history which has no script is called as prehistoric age. And what we will discuss in the prehistoric age? In the prehistoric age, we are going to discuss evolution of the earth. That is one point to understand. After the evolution of the earth, next to evolution of humankind. Evolution of humankind. So after the evolution of the humankind, coming to the point of the prehistoric age, this has been divided into 4 stages. Prehistoric age divided into 4 stages. These 4 stages called as 4 stone ages. 4 stone ages. These 4 stone ages were Paleolithic age. It is around from 2 lakhs BC to 10,000 BC in the Indian context. World context means in the world history, the humankind evaluated 5 lakhs years back in South Africa, or what is that, Neanderthal man, Cro-Magnus, like that. But in Indian context, the earliest man evidence is found in 2 lakhs BC. That's why that is 2 millennium BC. That's why we started our prehistory from 2 lakhs BC to 2500 BC. This is one stone age. Second stone age, Mesolithic age. Mesolithic age, it is from 10,000 BC to 6,000 BC. Mesolithic age. After this, third one, Neolithic. Neolithic age, it starts from 6000 BC to 4000 BC. Next, last age of the stone ages, Chalcolithic age. Chalcolithic age. This Chalcolithic age from 4000 to 2500 BC, until the script was existed. During the time of the Indus Valley Civilization period, script has been existed. So until Indus Valley Civilization period in India, the before period, the early period of the Indus Valley Civilization, before the Indus Valley Civilization, that comes under the prehistoric age. So that has taken from the based on the script. We know that in the last classes we discussed that in the last video. History divided based on the script, prehistoric age, proto-historic age and the historic age. In that, the first stage we are going to discuss. Here, first we will discuss the evolution of the earth, evolution of the humankind. In the these stone ages, what we are going to understand, especially these stone ages divided based on the tool typology, what they used, tool typology. Tools. Slowly change the types of the tools, slowly change the size of the tools, and technology of these tools has been changed slowly from one by one. That's why they demarcated Paleolithic, Mesolithic, Neolithic, Chalcolithic, all the ages demarcated based on the tool typology, what the tools they used. This is one most important thing to understand about this. The second most important thing is lifestyle of the Stone Age period. How they led their life. They were the primitive nomads, barbarians. This primitive nomad barbarian people, how they led their life. That is the second point to understand. Third point to understand the places where they lived. The places where they lived. These 3 points are important to discuss among all these Stone Ages. So if you understand this, that is the correct way of the understanding of all the ages, and also you will be very clear about this. Now first we will take evolution of the earth. Evolution of the earth. Earth is only planet, Earth is only planet which is going to lived by the humankind. Earth. It is evaluated nearly 500 crores years back. 500 crores years back. That means 5,000 million years back. 5,000 crores years back, the earth, it is deviated from the sun. This is a sun. A small piece deviated from the sun. This is earth. Initially it was very hot. Later period it became very cold. In that stage of the earth divided into 4 quaternary years, 4 quaternary stages. 4 quaternary stages. In the fourth quaternary stage of the earth completely covered with ice. So we are going to discuss from the 4th quaternary year. That 4th quaternary year completely covered with ice. This is called as ice age. Ice age. So 4th quaternary year can be divided into 2 parts. One is Pleistocene. Second one is Holocene. Pleistocene, that is completely ice age, covered with ice, that is ice age. This is post-ice age. Post-ice age. Ice age almost ended by the 10,000 BC. And this was started from 10,000 BC to the present. 10,000 BC to the present. Holocene means contemporary. The contemporary age of humankind. The contemporary age of the humankind comes under the Holocene age. So like that, 4th quaternary year can be divided into Pleistocene and Holocene. Pleistocene completely covered with ice, and Holocene post-ice age. Ice melted and it came into the contemporary ages. In these 2 ages, during the time of the Pleistocene age, life started from the water. Initially, the first life started from the water. That is what called as monocell. Monocell, latter period became multicell. Monocell became multicell. During the Pleistocene age, we can find very, very big animals. Very big animals. They are huge animals. Reptiles. The family of the reptiles, that is what called as dinosaurs. Dinosaurs. We can find dinosaurs during this period. Slowly these dinosaurs were disappeared. The size of the animals has been reduced. Slowly the size of the animals has been reduced. Like this, different types of the animals started on the earth. One among them was ape. Ape is a primitive of the man. Origin of the man is the ape. Like this, earth is evaluated. After this, coming to the point of the humankind, evaluation of the human. As we know, humankind evaluated first time in the African continent. Africa. Every man, every historian accepted humankind started their life from the Africa. That is, early man of the Africa called as Australopithecus. Australopithecus. Early man of humankind. Found in Africa. Australopithecus. This Australopithecus, he was completely the form of the ape. It was the form of the ape. After this Australopithecus, we find Neanderthal. Neanderthal humankind found at Germany and European islands. After that, Cro-Magnus found at France. Next, Sinanthropus found at China. Ramapithecus found at India. So, Australopithecus, Africa, Neanderthal. By the time of the Neanderthal, this ape is called as Homo erectus. Homo erectus. These people are Homo erectus. Neanderthal people are the Homo erectus. These Australopithecus were the Homo habilis. Or they were also called as hominids. Hominid means a tailless animal. Hominid means a tailless ape. The tailless ape started from the Australopithecus. Neanderthal, by the time of the Neanderthal, Homo erectus has been existed. This Neanderthal people, they started to move from one place to the another place, travel for the long distances. These people traveled for the long distances, and also these people started to use the fire, and these people also started to use the burial system. Neanderthal man started the use of the fire, started the burial system, and also he started making tools. He started making tools. After that, this Neanderthal man deviated. Neanderthal man went to the far distances, found in the different places. The early humankind is called as Homo erectus. Even in India, Ramapithecus, he was called as Homo erectus. Sinanthropus, Homo erectus. Cro-Magnus, Homo erectus. This Homo erectus finally came into the form of the Homo sapiens. Homo sapiens. This Homo sapiens is the modern man. This modern man appeared in India in Upper Paleolithic age. During the Upper Paleolithic age, modern man evaluated, or modern man existed. What is the difference between the Homo habilis, Homo erectus, and Homo sapiens? Hominid tailless monkey, that is tailless ape, completely in the form of the ape. But Homo erectus slowly started the humankind, and these people started using of the tool. But this hominid did not use the tool, and also they started making of the tools. This Homo erectus, he completely, the body of the Homo erectus, complete body of the Homo erectus covered with hair. That covered with hair. All the parts of the body covered with hair. Slowly, hair started to remove from the smooth faces, smooth areas like face, palms, and foot. Like some smooth places started to removal of the hair, started to the gone of the hair gone in the smooth places of this Homo sapien. Like that Homo sapien turned into the modern man. Coming to the point of the brain also differs from all these sizes. The size of the brain of hominid is very small, slowly increased and slowly become very big of this period. That's why whenever starting the increasing of the brain, the thinking knowledge also started. And what is difference between the humankind and animal? The most important difference between the humankind and animal, humankind is a tool used animal. This you have to remember. Humankind is a tool used animal. That is a most important difference between the animal and humankind. So I think you understand everything here. Among all these people, Chinese people were the most intellectuals of that period. Sinanthropus was the most intellectual of that period. Ramapithecus found in India only one place at India, that is Hathnora. Hathnora in Sivalik Hills. Only one place, found in only one place. So, like this, humankind started their life on the earth. In the Indian context, how human life they started and how they led their life in India, that comes under the prehistoric case. This prehistoric case can be divided into 4: Paleolithic, Mesolithic, Neolithic, Chalcolithic. First we will come across to the Paleolithic. This Paleolithic is, it started in Indian context from 2 lakhs BC, that we already discussed. 2 lakhs BC to 10,000 BC. Sir John Lubbock, he coined this Paleolithic case. Sir John Lubbock, he coined the Paleolithic case. He was the first person who coined Paleolithic and Neolithic, but he did not mention anywhere Mesolithic. Paleo means old. Lith means stone. Paleo means old, lith means stone. That is old Stone Age. This paleo and lith, these two are the Greek terminologies. We use the Greek terminologies. These people, Paleolithic is based on the tool typology of this period. They used different types of the tool typology. We can again divide this Paleolithic age into 3 parts. These 3 parts were the Upper Paleolithic age, Middle Paleolithic age, and Lower Paleolithic age. Upper Paleolithic age, Middle Paleolithic age, Lower Paleolithic age. case. Upper Paleolithic age continued up to 50,000 BC. Next, this is from 50,000 BC to 30,000 BC. This is from 30,000 BC to 10,000 BC. Yeah, what is the difference between these three ages? These three ages divided based on the tool typology. We already discussed that tool typology. What the tools they used? Coming to that point. I'm very sorry. This is not upper first. Lower. First is the lower. Last is upper. Yeah, I wrote in the reverse order. Please remember, this is a lower Paleolithic age, middle Paleolithic age, upper Paleolithic age. First lower Paleolithic age. We will discuss how this lower Paleolithic age continued in India and how the people were working during the time of the lower Paleolithic age. Take like this: lower Paleolithic age, middle Paleolithic age, upper Paleolithic age. We will come into the differences of all these things. This lower Paleolithic age people were called as Homo habilis, or homonid. This man was the homonid. Humankind of this period is homonid. Human of this period. And slowly this human became Homo erectus. Homo erectus. In the upper Paleolithic age, Homo sapiens. I already discussed with you, Homo sapiens can be found in the upper Paleolithic age. Modern man. This already we discussed. And Homo habilis, during this period, the last stage of the Homo habilis, he started to use the tools. That is chopping technology. Whatever he used, that is what called as chopping technology in the last stage. In this chopping technology, he used hand axe. So while we are mixing epics with Paleolithic age, according to some historians, might be the Parshurama lived in this age. He used hand axe and discoids, disc-shaped tools. For example, it is a big stone. If they removed chip of this area, like that, chip has been removed here. After removing of this chip, that might be a hand axe. That will become hand axe. And discoids, disc-shaped material, disc-shaped tools have been found. Disc-shaped tools has been found here. Next to Homo erectus period, tool typology of Homo erectus period. They used blades, flakes, and also borers. These are U-shaped and V-shaped, like this shape, and also like this shape. Different shapes. Blades means the tool which has both sides sharp edged. Flakes are the pieces of the stones. Borers, like this. This is a borer. Next, this period, the last years, they also used blades and scissors. Scissors they used in the last stage. But here progress of tool using has been found. The progress of the tool using has been found. These people, the main thing, they used burins. The peculiar character of this age is they used burins. Burins means just like this. Just like this. Whatever we are going to use in the kitchen for the making of the chapati and making of dosa, that is what called as atlakada or chalak. Those burins of this age. A special character of the tools of this age. So like this, slowly change the tools, use of the tools. That's why this age has been divided into 3 parts. This age has been divided into 2 parts. After the tools, next to lifestyle of this period. How the lifestyle of the humankind of this period. Lifestyle. Coming to the point of the lower Paleolithic age lifestyle, this is similar with animals. People, they were similar with animals. They behaved like animals. Whatever animal was doing, the same thing they are going to do. And here, whereas if you come to the point of the middle Paleolithic age, here people lifestyle was hunters and food gatherers. Converted into hunters and food gatherer society. Hunters and food gatherer society of this period. And they started to move from faraway places. Faraway places. They started to move from the faraway places. Here, they did not move to the faraway places, and here they moved to the faraway places. And also they used large number of tools, and started communication. They also started communication with gestures. Gestures అంటే సంజ్ఞలు చేసుకోవడం. ఇట్లా started idea of the sharing opinion started of this period with gestures or with sounds. They also used sounds for the communication, making the communication. This was the same continued in the upper Paleolithic age. Hunter food gathering society continued. Faraway places and also large tools, gestures were used in the upper Paleolithic period. But in the upper Paleolithic period, the most important change occurred here. Grass started, the grasslands and trees. Atmosphere has been changed. Started the grassland and trees, and also some humankind from the gestures and sounds too slowly started language here. Around 50,000 BC in the world context, around 50,000 BC started the language. Communication has been started. So like this, some progress occurred. This is the end of the upper Paleolithic age, is end of the ice age. The complete lower Paleolithic, middle Paleolithic, upper Paleolithic age continued in the ice age. So, by the end of the upper Paleolithic age, ice age has been closed, ended, grass, trees, all these started to exist. And places of the Paleolithic age. We found at Rivat in Sohan Valley. Rivat in the Sohan Valley. Next to Potwa. Along with this Potwa, Sivalik Hills. Along with the Sivalik Hills of some areas like Madhya Pradesh, Bhimbetka in the Madhya Pradesh. We can find Bhimbetka from Paleolithic age to the Neolithic age sites. It was a continuous, started from Paleolithic to the Neolithic. And the earliest site of India belongs to the Paleolithic period, Bori caves. This is most important. Bori caves, these were the earliest Paleolithic sites found in India, found at Maharashtra. Next, Sohan Valley, Potwaru, Shivalik Hills, Bhimbetka. Along with this, Atirampakam in South India, coming to the point of the South India, Atirampakam in Tamil Nadu, Payampalli in Tamil Nadu, and also some places of Karnataka, some places of Telangana like Mahbubnagar, Nalgonda, these areas, we found Paleolithic age people. And completely coming to the point of the Paleolithic age, complete character of the humankind or features of this humankind, generally, we will discuss generally all the ages, not like lower, middle, paleo, not like that. Coming to the point of the complete Paleolithic age features. Humankind of that period, he was primitive, early man, no knowledge. Primitive means no knowledge. No knowledge of fire, no knowledge of agriculture, no knowledge of what is that sounds even. If the sound is occurred, they used to scatter from one place to the another place. But they live like bands. 30 to 40 people as a band, one band. 30 to 40 people as one band. So they live like a bands. And they used to surround the animal to hunt. During this period, people were hunters and food gatherers. Male is involving in the hunting. Male, they used to involve in the hunting. Female, old, children, they were in the food gathering. What food they gathered? Fruits. They gathered the fruits, roots, edible leaves, tubers. Tubers means dumpalu. Fruits, roots, leaves, tubers. Female in the food gathering, male in the hunting purpose. But what they hunted? They hunted very big animals. Because they used very big tools. They used, that's why they used very big animals, that too slow moving animals. They started to hunting the slow moving animals. These people, for the hunting purpose, they used to move from one place to the another place. That's why they were the nomads. Nomads means unsettled life. They did not settle at any place. That was the unsettled life. Wherever animal is occurred, wherever animal is available, they used to go to there and they used to hunt there. Like that, they are moving from one place to the another place. No settled life and also no personal life. That is, family is not existed. Of that period, because there is no practice of marriage. They follow the group sex like animals. of this period. And also they were ignorant of rearing children, caring and rearing children, caring and rearing of the children. That's why IMR rate was very high. Infant mortality rate was very high of that period. They did not concentrate on the caring and rearing of the children of this period. Along with this, they were barbarians. Barbarians. No culture existed. No culture existed of that period. So that's why this period, the growth of population was very low. Growth of population, it was very low. Low growth of population. Because people would die. Children would die. That's why the growth of population was very, very low. They were the barbarians. These are the characteristics of that humankind. This humankind belongs to the Negrito type. This belongs to the Negrito race. The race of these people were Negrito race. Black in color, black in complexion, black complexion, short in size, and face what is that? Nose was flattened nose. Nose was completely flattened nose. These are the features of the humankind of that period. Yeah, this is about the Paleolithic case. I think we completely covered. We covered more and more points. You cannot find all these points in one book. This is collection of the different books, and also this is a collection of information you can find in different books, not in a single book. So we covered much information which was needed for the complete examination. It is useful for not only a groups or a SI constable of the states, but it is also useful to the civil services. So after the Paleolithic age, next age is in the prehistoric age, Mesolithic age. Mesolithic age started from 10,000 BC to 6,000 BC. Yeah, here Meso means middle, Lith means stone. Again we can understand that Meso and Lith, these two terminologies has been taken from the Greek. By the starting of this period, Ice Age completed. Ice Age has been ended. The Ice Age has been ended. Warm atmosphere started. Atmosphere became very warm. Because of the atmosphere changes, trees, grasslands, these were increased. The area of the trees and the area of the greenlands or grasslands slowly increased. That's why people started to move plain areas. People started to move the plain areas. These are the important changes in the atmosphere. Next, another important to discuss tools of this period. Here change also occurred in the tools. People of this period, they started to use very small tools. Why they started to use very small tools? Because there is a big land to use and they came into the plains. They find different animals, different trees, different birds, fast moving animals. Earlier people, they used to find only slow moving animals in the ice age. But whenever they came into the grassland, slowly they discovered fast moving animals. Whenever they find out the fast moving animals, to hunt the fast moving animals, they needed very small tools. That's why necessary is invention of mother always. మనకి ఏది అవసరమో దాన్ని బట్టి మారుతూ ఉంటాం. The change has been occurred like this. The tools of this age is a very small tools they used. These small tools are round shape. One round shaped stone struck with another round shaped stone to cut into pieces, small pieces. Pieces they use like triangulars or D-shaped, C-shaped, like different types of the tools they used of this period. Mainly rectangular blades started of this period. Rectangular blades, crescents, that is C-shaped, crescents. Rectangular blades, crescents, needles, they also used needles of this period. Triangular shape, I already told you, triangular shape, like different types of the tools they used, different shapes they used. And the technology of this period, the tool technology of this period is called as hacking technology. Paleolithic age technology is called as chopping technology. This age technology is called as hacking technology. Hacking into another material. For example, one round shape like this hafted into another wood. So like this, they started to use arrows and bows. It was important feature of this age using of the arrows and bows. That opinion given by the Garden Child, he said that use of arrows and bows was a peculiar important feature of the Mesolithic period. So these tools less than 2 inches. The tools were less than 2 inches of this period to hunt the small animals, to hunt the fast moving animals. People of this period, coming to the point of the people of this period, they belong to the Hamite race. The race is Hamite race of this period. Hamitic or Hamitic race. Hamite or Hamitic race. The race was Hamitic race of this period. These people also primitive. They were primitive. Also nomads, no settled life. Also barbarians. No culture. Barbarians. But here slowly started changes in the lifestyle of the humankind. Changed the lifestyle of the humankind. According to H.D. Sankalia, he said that these people started the domestication of animals, and first domestication of animals found at Adamgarh. Adamgarh in Madhya Pradesh. It was the first place found domestication of animals. Domestication of animals. Adamgarh. It was recognized by the H.D. Sankalia. Next to world ancestor of dog. World ancestor of dog was the first animal. Dog was the first animal domesticated. Later period they also domesticated sheep and goats. That was stock raising animals. Domestication of animals is one type of the food storage. Whenever they needed, they used to cut the animal and eating purpose. That indicates the domestication of animals is indicates the stock of the food. And also here started the semi-permanent places. Semi-permanent houses were started to construct. Semi-permanent houses were started to construct. The first construction of the houses found at Sarai Nahar Rai. Sarai Nahar Rai in Uttar Pradesh. It was found in the Uttar Pradesh. Sarai Nahar Rai was found in the UP, Uttar Pradesh. Here, they also started the burial system. Burying dead bodies. In the prehistoric age, in the Paleolithic age, people, they used to throw dead bodies to the nature. They used to leave dead bodies to the nature. But here started the burial system. Around 16 tombs were found in Sarai Nahar Rai area. Practice of burial system. Practice of burial system indicates religion. It indicates the religion. And construction of the houses at one place, semi-permanent. This is the starting of society. So society started during the time of the Mesolithic period. Religion also started during the time of the Neolithic period. Along with this Chopani Mando, we found pottery in the Chopani Mando. Pottery, making of the pottery found at Chopani Mando. People also used fire. Here fire used for the purpose of the cook. Once humankind, he found that one animal was burning in the fire. He sensed that smell. The smell was very good. And he felt to eat. ఒక అనిమల్ కాలిపోతుంటే చూశాడు, ఆ స్మెల్ బాగా అనిపించింది, దాన్ని తినాలనిపించింది, తిన్నాడు. దెన్ హీ tasted, he habituated for taste, then started cooking. So cooking started in this area. And the burial system started this area, buried dead bodies at the kitchen, adjacent to the kitchen. They started to bury dead bodies at adjacent to the kitchen. And because they also in the belief of life after the death. That's why along with the dead bodies, they used to bury, they used to keep different materials like whatever they like. Still we are following the same. We used to keep some materials like sweets, like what is that, some grains, all these things. People of this age, they were art lovers. People of this age was the art lovers. They painted. Initiation of the paintings were started. We can find 500 paintings at Bhimbetka in Madhya Pradesh. 500 paintings of this period. They started to use the painting animals, birds, hunting scenes, tools, what they used. Based on this, we are going to reconstruct the Indian history. Subject, what is the subject matter of the paintings? Animals, hunting scenes, dancing, even dancing also we can find in the scenes. And finally, to understand the Mesolithic age, we need to know the sites of this age. The biggest site of this age is Bagor. Bagor was the biggest site found in Rajasthan. It is found in the Rajasthan, Bagor. Best documentary and also biggest site of this area. On the river bank of Kotari. This is on the river bank of Kotari. Begur site. Here, animal bones and skulls were found. Animal bones and skulls were found here. Animal bones and skulls were found here. After this, Adamgarh, another place, Adamgarh. We also discussed about the Adamgarh. First, domestication of animal was found at Adamgarh. After this, Adamgarh, nearly 150 sites in India belong to this age. 150 sites were found belong to the Mesolithic period. Next, Longanas. Another most important site, Langanas. Bones of the wild animal found here. Large number of the microliths were found here. Several human skeletons were also found. Early evidence of the burial dead. The early evidence of burial dead was found at Langanas. Next, Chota Nagpur, another place, Chota Nagpur. Along with this Chota Nagpur, South India, on the river bank of the Krishna, Mirzapur in UP, like that there were several places belongs to this age has been found. This is about Mesolithic age. After the Mesolithic age, we are going to start Neolithic age. Mesolithic age, remember one thing, Mesolithic age is a transition period between the Paleolithic age and Neolithic age. Neolithic age around from 4000 BC to 6000 BC to 4000 BC. 6000 BC to 4000 BC, this was the Neolithic age. Neo means new, lith means stone, same. Neo and lith has been taken from the Greek language. This society, there occurred several changes of this society. Several changes has been occurred. For example, in the living style, cultivation started of this period. Domestication of trees also started. Whenever they started the domestication of trees, they have to wait until the growing of the trees. That's why permanent settlement has been started. This permanent settlement led for the construction of houses. They constructed houses in the round shape, round houses, that is circular houses, single-roomed, multi-roomed houses has been found here. This is one type of the revolution. Another one, they used to start wheel for the making pottery. Wheel making for the pottery. So all these changes, because of all these changes, this is called as a Neolithic revolution. Neolithic revolution by the Garden Child. Garden Child, he called it as Neolithic revolution. Because of the cultivation, food gathering society converted into the food production society. Food gathering society converted into the food production society. Tools of this period, they used polished tools, and also weapons started this period, because village culture has been started. Village culture has been started. Whenever village culture started the struggle of war among the tribals. So weapons also used this period. Found starting of the wars and weapons. Changes occurred in the climate. Seasons also formed, starting the increasing of the population. Here another one is started the increasing of population. Slowly started the increasing of population that led to the cultures, establishment of the different cultures. Establishment of different cultures, different areas. That settled life started into the establishment of the family, that led to the existence of the practice of marriage. Marriage practice has been started here, and also they cared about the children, because cattle used for the purpose of the cattle they used for the purpose of the both milk and milk products. Milk started to give to the children, that is caring of the children has been started. There occurred so many changes. This people called as a race of these people were the Mediterraneans and Proto-Australites. Mediterraneans and Proto-Australites of this age. The sites of this age, sites of almost all places of India found the sites like Koliva, Mehagar, Koliva, Mehagar, these two places found in UP. Circular huts were found here, and Mehagar, the earliest evidence of cotton found here, wheat, Mehagar in the Baluchistan. Budham, the most important and most interesting site, Budham. Here people, they started to live in the pit dwellings. That means inside the tunnels, they used to live inside the tunnels. Gulfakaral in UP, Uttar Pradesh. Here also found the pit dwelling places, same these two areas, pit dwellings places, and the graveyards. So several graveyards in the houses, within the houses, graveyards also found in the Gulfikaral. Along with this, Chirand, an important place. Chirand found at Bihar. More number of bone tools, bone needles. Bones were used for the making of the tools here. It is most important site in the Bihar. Found bone needles and bone tools of that area. Next, coming to the point of the South India, we find different areas of the South India, Neolithic age, like Pitlihal, Tekkalikota, This Pitlihal, Tekkalikota, Musky, these places found in Karnataka. Hallur in the Karnataka, Hallur also found in Karnataka areas. These people were the cattle herders of this period. They used to started the cattle rearing, fencing of the cattle, and after moving them from that place to the another place, they used to put to fire the cattle dung. Because of that, ash mounds were formed. The peculiar feature of the South Indian sites, ash mounds were formed. అంటే ఆ పేడ ఎండిపోయిన తర్వాత దాన్ని కాల్ చేస్తారు, అది ఒక గుట్టలాగా, బూడిద గుట్టలాగా తయారవుతుంది. So that is ash mounds were found here. Belan Valley, another important site, Belan Valley. Narmada Valley. Next to Belon Caves in South India, that is in the Kannur district. All these are places related to the Neolithic age. Next, last stage of the Stone Age was the Chalcolithic age. It is from 4000 BC to 2500 BC. Chalco means copper, lith means stone, copper stone age. That means both copper and stone used during this period. People started living on the river banks. Cultures and civilizations also started on the river banks. Cultures and civilizations started on the river bank. And people of this period, the habits of also has been changed of that period. Worship has been started, worship started of that period. First and foremost things, they started to worship the Pallus, Sivalinga, Pallu worship. Next they started to worship the woman. According to their knowledge, woman was source of the world. Woman is the source of the world. That's why he started the worship of woman. Mother goddess, like that mother goddess has been started of this period. And Bujham, an important place, belongs to this period. Bujham. In the Bujham found a Chalcolithic site. In that site, a graveyard found. In that graveyard, a tomb constructed. Within the tomb, master buried along with his dog. Master buried along with his dog. Burying dogs with humankind started from this area. And people of this period, pottery, what they used? Black and red pottery used. Black and red pottery. But in the Jorve and Kayastha culture of this area, they used to start red slipped ware. Red slipped ware they used. And places of this area, Ahar in the Rajasthan, Kayatha in the Madhya Pradesh, Ahar, Kayatha, Malwa in Madhya Pradesh, Malwa, Jorve. All these places belongs to the Chalcolithic age. The most important site of the Chalcolithic age was Daimabad. Daimabad was most developed culture, and also later period it turned into the civilization. Daimabad was the biggest site of that period. Nearly 4,000 population lived in the Daimabad in South India. Biggest Chalcolithic site. So this is about Chalcolithic age. Now we completed prehistoric age, that is Paleolithic, Mesolithic, Neolithic and Chalcolithic ages. All these ages has been completed. You need to understand these places mainly for the examination point of view, tools what they used and places where they lived. Yeah, this is about the prehistoric age. In the next two, we will start the Indus Valley civilization, that is culture turned into the civilization on the river banks. Okay, in the next class, next video we will discuss Indus Valley civilization. Good luck.